Hello and welcome to Fairlane Resolution Podcast. I am Tom Dorr, Resolution Specialist. Today, we are going to look at something that's critically important to resolving conflicts, and that is asking for help. So oftentimes, asking for help feels like admitting to failure or weakness, and that is not the case. And we'll look at how and why the exact opposite is true, and that asking for help is really seeking success. Imagine you are sitting all alone because the person you were quarreling with just got up and walked away. The first thought that comes to mind is, I guess this is over. We'll just both go our separate ways and be done with it. All of it. The second thought is, maybe I should get a lawyer and sue. Both of these are valid, but then sometimes an idea pops into your head that maybe you could just get someone to help the two of you out, a mutual friend, a pastor, a relative, and almost just as quickly, asking for help is admitting to failure. I help people in conflict engage more effectively toward resolution. Resolution is peace. The reality is that not asking for help is ensuring failure. Let's look at a few people who asked for help. George Washington, the father of the United States of America, constantly asked the other founders for their opinions and assistance. He also had an entire army helping him fight Great Britain. Washington might have stood alone in the prow of the boat in the famous crossing of the Delaware, but he had a lot of people rowing for him. And when it came time to be president, he relied heavily on Congress, asking them to help him to do things right all the time. Another person is Harriet Tubman, the conductor of the Underground Railroad. After she escaped slavery and was free, she came back and led more than 60 enslaved people to freedom. In an interview, Tubman told of all the people who helped her. Tom Brady, 7-time Super Bowl champion. Tom had an entire front line helping him in every game. Plus, he had an offensive coach. Plus, he had a head coach. Plus, get ready for this, he had 3 personal coaches. The personal coaches were paid directly by Tom Brady. Brady was the one to seek out their help. Hank Aaron. Hank played baseball from the early 50s into the late 70s, and he still holds the RBI record. That's important because the RBI shows that Hank understood the value of offering help. He helped runners get into base. He helped them score points. Aaron knew the value of asking for help from coaches, trainers, other players, even agents. Even though he stood alone at the home plate, he intentionally used a lot of help to get there. Martha Stewart, the domestic diva, might be all by her lonesome behind the countertop, but she is anything but alone when the camera stops rolling. She began by taking advice from her grandmother and then her mother, and then she worked directly with Julia Child, whom Stewart called one of her most pivotal teachers. Important point about Martha Stewart, she took bad advice, which landed her in prison for 2 years. That demonstrates how important it is to seek good advice, but she took advice. She was in the habit of getting advice from people. Do you see a pattern here? Success seeks help. So what about you? If you're in a conflict with someone and the direct negotiations are not going well, will you seek success or ensure failure? But, you may ask, how do I start? Start by asking people who want to help. From there, ask people who can help. If you're in a conflict, then a mediator wants to help. Call a few of them, interview them, ask them this simple question: how can you help me? Listen to their answer, and when you get a good feeling, test them. Maybe you've got a real complex set of issues and you don't want to open the can of worms. That's fine. Pick an issue, pick a simple issue, a small one, and talk to the other party. And when everybody agrees, and just tell them, hey, let's look at this one issue. Let's try this. Our current negotiations are not going well. let's try this mediator and let's test it with this one simple issue of all of the things. And then go through that process. And if it feels right, feels good, then expand that. Take a few more worms out of the can. Or if you're comfortable with it, dump the can upside down and deal with the whole mess. Remember one thing. Whenever you receive advice from anyone, I don't care if it's your mom or your attorney or God, you have three options. You can accept, reject, or modify that advice. Ultimately, when you understand that concept and embrace it, then ultimately all the advice given to you ends up in your control. And so then you can receive advice from anybody. It really doesn't matter, because ultimately what happens with that advice is up to you. You can accept it, reject it, or modify it. So visit with a few mediators, call some numbers, talk to some people, and ask them, how can you help me? And if they give you the right answer or you feel good about the answer, then work with it a little bit. When you're afraid to ask for help, remember what successful people do. They seek out advice and help. That's part of why they are successful. And when someone sounds solid, but you're still hesitant, test them, just like an actor who auditions for a part. Most conflicts between two people can be mediated to resolution. And when that happens, everyone experiences peace. If you feel this was helpful and would like more content like it, please like and subscribe. If you are in a conflict right now and would like some help attaining resolution, reach out and contact me for a no-cost, no-obligation consult.